Good morning, Curtis Chandler here, President of PFL, bringing you this week's North American Rail Energy and Macro Update. We've got a packed agenda this morning from mixed market performance to major geopolitical developments that could reshape global energy flows and some significant regulatory developments in Canada that are creating new opportunities for rail. Let's dive right in. Starting with the markets, we saw stocks close lower on Friday and mixed week over week. The Dow finished the week down 144.02 points at 45,400.86 points. The S&P 500 was up 21.21 points for the week, while the Nasdaq gained 244.84 points a week over week. Looking at overnight futures, Dow futures are trading higher and are expected to open up 75 points this morning from Friday's close. In the energy space, crude oil had a tough week. WTI closed Friday at $61.87 per barrel, down $2.14 per barrel week over week. This morning, WTI futures are poised to open $1.29 per barrel from Friday's close. Looking at the latest EI inventory data, crude oil stocks increased by 2.4 million barrels week over week and are 4% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Gasoline inventories decreased by 3.8 million barrels, while propane inventories increased by 3.2 million barrels and are 12% above the 5-year average for this time of year. Now for the rail traffic update. Total North American rail volumes were down 0.34% compared to the same week last year. 7 of AAR's 11 major traffic categories posted year-over-year increases. The largest decrease came from forest products, which was down 15.44%, while the largest increase was from chemicals and was up 5.24%. Let's turn to the big stories we are tracking out there for you. The big geopolitical story this week is from the axis forming in the east versus the chaos in the west. The Putin-Kim summit in Beijing on September 3rd was a game changer, folks. This alliance creates a closed-loop economy that highly resistant to Western sanctions. Kim pledged full support for Russia and South Korea. Intelligence estimates North Korea has already sent 15,000 troops to Russia. This formalization demonstrates how sanctioned states can band together to undermine Western economic pressure, and we should see continued volatility in energy markets and as long-term trades are repositioning themselves. Meanwhile, in Canada, left-wing Prime Minister Carney announced he's delaying the electric vehicle mandate by 1 year. The federal EV mandate was supposed to be implemented in 2026, but is not going to as planned. The mandate would have required 20% of all new vehicles to be electric next year. Carney also keeping the industrial carbon tax in place, which continues to punish energy producers and Western Canadian governments. And if you're waiting for a new oil pipeline to Canada's west coast, don't hold your breath. TransCanada Pipeline president said it would take a minimum of 5 years to get built. The good news, as more production comes online in Western Canada, rail is the only way out. It's like it's a prisoner. In other Canadian news, we are watching Alberta's potential data center boom. TransAlta confirmed that they are in active talks with developers, with agreements expected by the end of 2025. If these deals happen, it'd mean 2 gigawatts of new power. Good news for rail overall. See PFL's rail report. On the rig count side, North American rig count was up 7 rigs week over week and down 84 rigs year over year collectively. We're watching CKPC's hydrogen locomotive program. See PFL's rail report for this one. It's kind of interesting. Over the weekend on Sunday, OPEC Plus agreed to further raise oil production yesterday as Saudi Arabia is looking to increase market share. CPFL's Rail Report for further details on this one. The key takeaway from this week is we're seeing major geopolitical realignment in the East while North America deals with policy chaos. For the latest updates on equipment for sale, for lease, or for customized rail solutions, contact us here at PFL. Remember, we clean, flare, service, and store rail cars across North America. Make sure to check out this week's comprehensive report with detailed charts and analysis. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week with another update on what's moving North American rail and energy markets. Have a safe week out there, and thanks for tuning in. And definitely make sure you read this week's Rail Report. It's packed with information.